Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. Suzanne Hobbs shares her own unique story as part of a trilogy of books released in December of 2015. She joins us today to talk about what series of life events led to this opportunity. Suzanne, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So tell us briefly your story.
So I am originally from Idaho, where I was a news anchor. And the story that is mentioned in this trilogy of books about me is the adoption of my daughter. She's now 12, but as a news reporter, I covered a story of a baby left in a dumpster, and the baby had been found deceased. But I helped get a law passed in Idaho that if someone chooses not to keep their newborn baby, instead of throwing it away and having a tragedy, they can then take the baby to a safe place like a hospital or a police station. And I ended up a few years after helping get that law passed, adopting a baby from the Safe Haven law. And that's my daughter, Lily, who's now 12.
Ah, what a fabulous story. So that story was actually on Oprah Winfrey?
Yep, about 10 years ago now, in 2006, Oprah Winfrey heard about my story. Just that as a passionate reporter wanting to make a change, ended up adopting a baby from the stories that she covered. And so, yeah, I was on Oprah Winfrey, and that has been a very helpful part of the conversation piece in sharing more about the Safe Haven law to other people and educating people about the law. And I am a mom, thankfully.
Yes. So talk a little bit about the trilogy of books that we have here, and then what how you are involved in this.
Okay, so Dr. Shelley Hipsky is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She is the founder of the Global Sisterhood, which is kind of a newer organization. It's also now a nonprofit, but she has a radio show called Inspiring Lives, and she's the president of that. And while she was doing Empowering Women Radio, she was interviewing hundreds of women around the world, and she chose 100 women that she knows and helped told their stories. And each of these books, one is about inspiration, one's about empowerment, and one is about balance. Because as she was interviewing all these women, she was realizing we all have kind of some common threads that we can all help other women in our stories and in our messages. And so the Global Sisterhood has sprung out, and it's a big it's a big movement of great women doing great things and helping and supporting one another.
And empowering other women to do the same.
Yes.
So obviously the overall message of these books is to empower women.
Yes, to support one another personally, professionally, and in every way possible. And all of us 100 women are gathering in Pittsburgh this March, but we're going to talk more about the nonprofit. But we're encouraging women to buy these books. They're available on Amazon. This is actually an international bestseller. It hit that status in 2 days on Amazon.
Wow.
So you know that women around the world are already wanting and needing this kind of information and support. And you're going to continue to hear about common threads for many, many years to come.
Oh, I'm certain. So let's talk more about your mission that is part of this book, the Safe Haven Law.
Yep. So now that I live here in South Carolina, we have unfortunately still had a few tragedies where newborn babies have been abandoned. And so it's my mission this year to really help create more awareness. I want to do more public speaking, which is something I have done. I want to do more. So that's really a big thing, is that I'm also working on with the National Safe Haven Alliance to create more radio ads, public service announcements, and whatever we need to do, because the law is very simple. If you don't want your child, hand it off to someone within the first 30 days of birth and walk away, no questions asked.
In our area now, where do people go that are in that position?
They can safely hand over the child to anyone in a medical office or a medical facility, hospital, doctor's office, law enforcement. They can hand it over to someone in a church. But all they need to do, and that's what's so beautiful about this law, is just say, this is my baby. You don't need to give any information. If you can, that's great. But just hand the baby off and walk away, and they will not ask you questions.
Right, for the care of that child.
Yes.
So what's next for you and Lily, Suzanne?
I'm publishing my first children's book.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So that's also helping in the book. It's helping promote the Safe Haven law. On the back cover, it will announce that. So everybody that buys that book will know about that. I'm working on other children's books. She and I just got back from Hollywood, where she's doing a little bit of acting and modeling, and she's just pursuing her dreams of whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, how lucky for her to have you as a mom.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So we can find these books on Amazon, is that correct?
Yep, you can buy them individually. You can choose whichever one you want, or I'll buy all 3 of them together. And what a great read, and what a great gift that you can give to a friend of yours or anyone. So really inspiring books of some great ladies.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.